Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to not talk about this makeup look. It's tragic. But let's move on. Today I want to talk about the gay footballer. The Twitter account that has everyone's hopes up and then disappeared. You know? That was a fun one. Before we do, please subscribe if you have not already. Please leave a comment. The comment section belongs to you guys. Please follow my other social medias that are listed upon the screen as we speak. And let's just get into it. Let's just get into the details.
This is the home of the uncommon mind.
In July this year, so last month, a Twitter account appeared called The Gay Footballer, and he announced himself as a proudly gay man, currently playing professionally in the English Premier League. This was first thought to be a fake account, but they questioned him on it and realized that perhaps it's not, and if it's not, it's a really big deal. He amassed almost 50,000 subscribers in that month, or Twitter followers, which is just astronomical. And he gave a deadline date of the 24th of July 2019 with the little gay pride flag as the day in which he will reveal his identity. So he remained anonymous, and he wanted just to get his stuff in order to kind of get out there. He had mentioned that he recently came out to his family. He'd already spoken to his club, to the managers and the owners of the club, to sort of just go over this whole coming out in public ordeal. And although he didn't say that there was an issue with the club, perhaps in the background there was when he came out to the team, to fellow teammates. We won't know. On the 23rd, the day before his given deadline, he released a few sad, almost I would say sad tweets that was kind of the lead up to him removing his account altogether. And the tweet read, "I thought I was stronger, I was wrong." He further explained in another tweet, "Call me all the names under the sun, belittle me and ridicule me. A lot will, and I can't change that. But I am not strong enough to do this." With that, his account was deleted. Just like that, gone. It has since come back. I'm not sure if it's the same guy. It's a private account. I have requested a follow. As such, I'm kind of still waiting. But he was kind of hailed as the sort of hero for English football, because there have not been many who have come out publicly and continue to play publicly in the English Premier League. The last, I think, was Justin Fashanu, who actually, by the way, has a show on Netflix. Very good watch. It kind of gives a very strange insight into the man. It doesn't go into the politics, so I suppose it doesn't go into the politics so much, although it does touch on it. But he kind of came out like before the 1990s and ultimately committed suicide in 1998 after some horrible allegations that were brought to his name. And his niece actually said to, I believe it was Times. I stand to be corrected, but I believe it was Times. And she said that it's actually very upsetting. She finds it incredibly upsetting that this is what the environment has become. This is what football has become, that people are too scared to come out. And you can understand her point of view. Her uncle was a brave man. He came out, he stood strong. And look where it ended him. Ultimately, it cost him, to a large extent, it cost him his career. And now this person who was seen as sort of this light, this potential second of its kind to be proudly gay, proudly out there, to inspire other sportsmen, to inspire the soccer community as a whole, which is a global community, to accept homosexuality in the sport, to accept the person for the person, and to not hold his sexual preference, what he's born with, against him on the field. Because ultimately, if this man had come out, his skill, his talent, who he was, hasn't changed. He's been gay his whole life. The only thing that changed is how people saw him. People changed, and as such, they are not actually willing to look at the fact that they've changed, and they will hold a change on him, and they will expect him to perform differently. They don't want their reality shaken, so they would rather ostracize him, even though he might be a very good player. How this man can be Ronaldo himself. He will be ostracized from his team simply because he was born in a different way, And I think this does need a much bigger conversation about homosexuality in sport. But this guy sort of struck me as unique because he decided to do it on a platform like Twitter. Some might question that it's not probably the best way to do it. I actually think he most probably chose the best way to do so. And look at the amount of following he amassed. And yes, that the following is from both sides of the coin. He did get a lot of flack without people even knowing his name. So there were people who were coming after him going, you can't do this, you have to think of the sport, you've got to think of your club, they're bigger than one person, etc., etc. And then there was the other side of the coin where people were like, you're an inspiration, you're a hero, continue, we're excited to see who you are, we love you, support you. Ultimately though, I think the reality of what's happening behind the scenes, even though it's invisible, I think the magnitude of it and the possible implications of coming out in a profession like professional football, I think the fact that his account was deleted just like that, I think that gives a bit of insight into what's actually happening in the sport behind the scenes. And that's a scary thing. That's something that I feel desperately needs to be addressed. Ultimately, whoever the gay footballer is, because he's out there, we know he's out there, I'm sure there are very many more. I do hope that whatever was stopping him from coming out and taking that leap, I do hope that it gets solved, and I hope that that ultimately leads to him having the confidence he needs, the support of his family, the support of his team, the support of his nation, to come out, be proud, and actually inspire and change, and not allow himself to be brought down and destroyed by the environment that he's in. I hope that eventually things do change and that it becomes a far more open thing, a far more understanding topic, a far more spoken about topic. Kind of like, let's be like the women's football team, that where if you're openly gay, it's like, bitch, as long as you can hit a ball, kick a ball, hit a ball, kick a ball. As long as you can kick a ball, bitch, you in. Hey. Whereas, I don't know why the male counterparts have such a damn issue. Makes me mad. But anyway, guys, that's it. It was just a quick check-in. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Are you a supporter? Are you a hater? If you're either, let me know down below. And yeah, I hope that in the next video or in not the next video, but I will make another video on my thoughts as a whole of homosexuality in professional sports. And I hope to see you guys there. Ciao.